After over a year of twists, turns, and underwhelming episodes, two hosts shall decide the best and the worst of the new Scooby-Doos. Welcome to Mysteries in the Machine.
Wrong show.
Shit. Of the Scooby-Doo Show. God damn it.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Ethan.
And we are not only your hosts of this podcast, but also the Scooby Snack Awards. It is time, once again, for the Scooby-Doo Show Awards.
It has been 13 months since we began this show.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a long while.
Granted, there's been breaks for various things.
It's also been like the longest amount of episodes.
Yeah, for sure. Because we had 2 bonus episodes plus 40 regular show episodes. So
I think this will be our longest season until we get to What's New Scooby-Doo. This will be our longest season.
Okay.
And that's because I did add in, the movies and such that come out around that time.
Yeah.
But this is pure episodes, babe. This is just all the episodes.
40. Plus Wake Up Dead Man and Glass Onion.
Yeah. Well, sadly we can't include those in the Scooby Snack Award.
We cannot. Otherwise they would win everything.
Otherwise, I think Father Judd would just win everything.
Correct.
My heart.
Listen, I'm gonna say it because those of you who use Letterboxd know about the top 4. Charlie, do you use Letterboxd at all to log movies you've seen?
No, I do not.
Okay, so you can put your top 4 favorite movies on your profile to be like, hey, this is a snapshot of what I like. My Letterboxd top 4 in this specific order are The Imitation Game, The Empire Strikes Back, Wake Up Dead Man, and The Lion King.
Yeah. I buy that. That sounds like Ethan to me.
Yeah. So, Wake Up Dead Man means a lot to me.
God. Now I'm just thinking about a new game. Everybody tries to guess who the person is based on their favorite movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen people do that with the descriptions of their favorite movies on Letterboxd.
There you go. But we should get to our awards, my dude.
Yes, let's.
We have quite a few categories here. I think
Indeed.
We have our special order here. So everything has to start with the best cold open, Ethan's own favorite category.
Indeed. Okay? My favorite. We're starting off with a bang here. For our nominees, we got 3 of them. We have the Harem Scarum Sanitarium, the Diabolical Disc Demon, and A Menace in Venice. And just to refresh the memories of those who have forgotten me, the Harem Scarum Sanitarium was with the Insane Asylum and the creepy doctor guy. Diabolical Disc Demon, say that 5 times fast, had the knockoff Gene Simmons, and A Menace in Venice was
the ghostly gondolier.
The ghostly gondolier. Okay. Who broke the 4th wall.
Now, for these nominees, I think I know which one I put forward, and I think it was Diabolical Disc Demon, especially because of that, the animation that they had in there to make him so menacing. Yep, he's menacing.
Our favorite crime here on the show.
The Scooby Snack Award for my favorite crime goes to menacing. But the animation really starts to go harder in those later episodes.
I agree.
And they definitely had some good lighting in that one, especially.
Yeah, especially with later on we'll see, I think it was Make a Beeline Away from That Feline, the elevator sequence. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But personally, I'm going to put forward the Harem Scarum Sanitarium as as my pick because it does such a good job of setting the tone and vibe for the episode. We're in the middle of the woods in Canada. It's raining. There's a creepy doctor guy who, like, a lot of people have a fear of going to the doctor.
Yep.
I'm not one of them, but it's a thing that people have, and it was just very unsettling. So I think that cold open did the best job of setting the episode up for what it was supposed to do.
And also to refresh everyone's memory of the Menace in Venice one, that's where, like, before we even see the gang, he goes and he steals the medallion from the opera.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very dramatic scene, but, you know, I think the other ones are just a little bit go harder, you know?
Yeah.
So, who is the winner for best cold open, Ethan? I mean, this is kind of your pick, I do think.
It is, and you make a good case. I do agree that with the later episodes, they definitely up the quality of the animation in general. But, you know, like I said, in terms of how, like, the purpose of the cold open is to give us a snapshot of what we're about to experience, right? And I think that the Diabolical Disc Demon was a little more underwhelming of an episode than the Harem Scarum Sanitarium was. So that's what I'm going to go with. For
sure. I do think the cold open was probably the best scene of that episode.
Agreed. Granted, it's
a
banger
like
of a
starting
cold
on a high
open.
Point.
Right. It started way up here and then just gradually tapered off.
Just a little bit. And now for our best shenanigan, we had 3 nominees for this one. I'm pretty sure I put forward the inflatable gondola drop from A Menace in Venice because
I thought I did, but it's okay.
Maybe we both did. Maybe that was just an agreed, like, that's
that
a really good
here.
one.
Yeah.
So that needs to be, like, on our list to think about. But agreed. I also, in particular, love the vending machine from the Diabolical Disc Demon because that is the best part of that episode.
Not the cold open?
The cold open is, like, the best, like, scene, and then that's just, like, the best, like thing that exists.
Yeah. I agree. I want to say I put the inflatable gondola trap on here, but I know you wanted Anthos in the Pond from the Warlock of Wimbledon because it was an homage to the Lady in the Lake, I think is what I said.
Oh, right. You're totally right about that. I forgot that I put that on there. Yeah, that is a pretty good one. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, as a lover of everything Arthurian, like, I understand why you'd want to put that there.
It has to have a nomination, regardless of if it wins. It's here for the vibes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Though, I gotta admit, let me refresh my memory on the vending machine trap.
The vending machine is where it's, like, it shakes, and then it doesn't even give Shaggy his milkshake.
Oh, the milkshake machine?
Yes.
Oh,
it's the milkshake vending machine where Scooby, it's a rule of 3 thing.
Yeah.
And Scooby, like, steals the milkshake because Shaggy's not looking. And then the third time, it doesn't even put down a cup. It just, like, goes in Scooby's face.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it just, like, does a little dance every time it tries to make a milkshake.
Yeah, this is up to you. I picked the last category, but I really like now that you've refreshed my memory, I do remember really liking the milkshake vending machine sequence in Diabolical Disc Demon. So that's what I'm going to put forward.
Because, like, it's just the most shenanigan. It does not have anything to do with the episode. It's just, like, we're having goofy fun times. And Indeed. I think that really captures the spirit of shenanigan. So
we agree.
So I think the vending machine is our official best shenanigan from the Scooby-Doo Show.
Excellent.
Winning the award.
I'm glad the Diabolical Disc Demon won something. Okay, so now we have the best disguise. So for our nominations, we have the prison guards from The Creepy Case of Old Ironface, the dentist from A Scary Night with a Snow Beast Fright, and the witch from To Switch a Witch. Now, this is probably the hardest category to decide, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because each of these brings something different to the table, right?
Truly.
Because, like, with the prison guards, like, they fully committed to the bit, right? To the point where they had Old Ironface going along with them. The monster dentist was just completely out of left field, but we kept referencing it because it was so nuts. And then the witch drag.
It's also, like, what, the 3rd time that Scooby has done a drag witch?
It's one per series. It's a quota at this point.
It always happens whenever there is a witch bad guy, Scooby has to dress in drag. That's kind of the rule.
Correct.
So, I mean, which is going to be the best disguise? Because what makes a disguise, Ethan? Is it the, like, the reference? Is it the committing? Is it the craziness of it? Or is it something of all three?
It's a bit of a je ne sais quoi, because, like, everything here has its own merit. But I think in terms of committing to the bit, there's always commitment, right? Like, no matter what, there's always commitment to the bit. But because of the staying power that it had, I really think the monster dentist should win.
I do agree that the monster dentists from A Scary Night with a Snow Beast Fright was probably the best disguise we've had, because, like, what was that? They got a giant toothbrush out of left field!
Right. Stash, we know you're listening. This is for you.
You won something.
Yes.
And now for the best side character in the show. We had so many good ones, and indeed. I was like, I have to pick, like, at least one other, because there was a very obvious choice for this
absolutely.
one. So my runner up that I added to this was our gondolier from A Menace in Venice, because
absolutely fantastic choice.
You think that he's gonna be like the creepy Scooby-Doo face guy in the background who's just like following them. He's a red herring, and then just like you left your car keys. I've been trying to give them back to you. He's just a nice guy.
And I love that for him. But we had multiple iterations of this particular character. One was Scottish, one was regular.
Scottish, one was regular.
You know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about. It's just a funny thing to take out of context.
We have the inexplicable skeleton man, right? Because there are multiple instances throughout this show where they encounter a skeleton, presumably a man, in a dungeon that gets up and walks away, right? Always a good time.
He's just there.
He's just there.
He's just there. There's no explanation for it. And everything else in this series is fully explained, as far as we know. That the skeleton man is never explained.
But he is indeed here. And I think we're in agreement. The skeleton man wins.
He's the best side character of all. And I hope to see more of him. I hope we get to see more of his work. Now, for the creepiest monster, this has to be, like, truly scary, truly gruesome monster from an episode. Not just, like, you know, they were really cool or what have you. We have the Creepy Heap from the Deep, the Beast from Bottomless Lake, and my pick, Nettie Crab from the High-Rise Hair Razor.
Oh god, I need to remember what she looks like. That was the very first episode of this show. I don't remember what she looks like.
It's not just what she looks like, though. It's also, like, her voice and, like, everything that she does. Just, like, truly terrifying in my brain.
Yeah. Okay. Now that I'm seeing what she looks like, I understand where you're coming from.
She's however, like more than Scooby-Doo creepy face.
Yeah, this is beyond Scooby-Doo creepy. This is just, we're getting into straight up creepy territory. However, my pick is the Beast from Bottomless Lake, because to me, it is an homage, and this is just my interpretation, I could be wrong, an homage to the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, for sure.
Which I'm a big fan of, personally.
Absolutely.
And just in terms of monster design, like the non-existent pupils, the like having only, like he looks like a frog, like if a frog somehow was being transformed into a person and then stopped halfway.
But he's also like a fish at the same time. It's like if a frog and a fish and a human all fucked and had a child. And that's what this thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the creepy heap is just like, I don't even want to touch that thing with a 10-foot pole.
Right.
That thing's just nasty.
What do you think, Charlie?
I mean, there's pure good monster design, and then there's just, she haunts my dreams.
Has that actually happened to you? This woman has haunted your dreams?
Ethan. Okay. It's a figure of speech.
Sure,
but like,
sure.
Random lady that they actually meet who's like, oh yeah, that's my great-great-grandfather. And then they find out she's been dead for like 50 years.
Okay.
Who were you talking to? Terrifying.
I believe she gets revealed as somebody's disguise later on.
She does. I had to look that up. But just the idea of her is very terrifying to me.
Okay, Nettie Crab is our winner.
Nettie Crab!
So next we have the scariest episode. We have 2 nominees here. My nominee is the Harem Scarum Sanitarium for reasons I already described. Just the setting of the episode really does it in for me, as well as monster design. Again, medical professionals can be scary, especially like insane asylums from back in the day, which, you know, this is where that takes place. And just the whole setup and plot of that particular episode just had it firmly entrenched in my brain. Like this is one of the scarier ones out there.
The random, like, quote unquote bodies that were being moved all over the place.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, those aren't bodies. Okay, this is a children's show. But like, the vibes are there. The
vibes are present.
And my pick is To Switch a Witch. I was trying to find something that would give me the creepy, the scary vibe here. Mm-hmm. And then I had to think about, okay, everyone is coming after me with pitchforks and torches because someone who looks exactly like me is gonna curse the town.
Right.
Where am I gonna go?
I mean, that is scary.
They all know my face.
Right.
That's a little terrifying when someone else has your face and you're being accused of a crime.
Yeah.
And also no one is being rational.
Right. I personally think they're both bringing good things. They're just different good things.
Yeah, absolutely. But Ethan, I do agree with you that the vibes of just like insane asylum, just a little bit much.
Yeah.
Always the worst vibes. So that wins our scariest episode, I believe.
Indeed, it does.
Now, Ethan, we have to go to our best and worst categories. And our worst trap is not one that either of us is going to be super happy about.
Yeah.
Now, my nominee was The Curse of Viking Lake, when the Vikings got dropped in water and their disguises just fell off.
Yeah.
They weren't actually trapped. They just fell in water.
Yep.
It's not the best one.
It is not. And my nominee was the hot dog stand from The Warlock of Wimbledon. Now, I'm just going to refresh my memory real fast on what exactly happened with that.
I believe the hot dog stand like collapsed on top of them and like that was it.
Yes, they ran through a hot dog stand and they were just kind of stuck there.
They're just caught.
Yeah,
they just end up being caught like immediately because they went through the hot dog stand. And so they're both a little bit like anticlimactic, which is what we're looking for in a bad trap.
However, the thing that comes to mind for me from last season was the pile of dirt.
Yup, you remember the pile of dirt. Everybody remembers the pile of dirt trap? No?
Exactly.
It's not a trap, guys.
So for that, I say, I agree with you, Charlie. The Curse of Viking Lake should definitely win. It was just very underwhelming. They were dropped in the water. Didn't even invest in waterproof makeup or masks or anything like that.
No, their wigs fell off. Like, oh look, it's these guys. Come on.
Do better. All right. And our best trap, my nominee, was A Menace in Venice, with the inflatable gondola wrapping around the pole and catching the ghostly gondolier.
Which, again, absolutely beautiful. I had to understand what was going on with that gondola, and they were like, oh yeah, it's inflatable. It's like, what? Ridiculous. Beautiful. Indeed. But my nominee is from What a Shocking Ghost, the powerful magnet that they used to get the 10,000 volt ghost to come after them. And then, because they're in a freaking snowstorm, he ends up getting cased in a big snowball as they're going down the mountain in a sled and everything. And officer, this is our bad guy. He's right here in a snowball.
I think next season we should include a best monster design category.
Oh, for sure.
Because we didn't do that this season. In my opinion, the 10,000 volt ghost should win that if we were going to do that this time around.
I do feel like I've never added it to Scooby Snack Awards because I want that to be its own separate thing where we argue all of the best and worst monster designs.
Okay, so you want that to be like a bonus show thing?
Yeah, I want that to be a tier list where we go through all of those.
Okay. I guess we could do that after every season because we have some catching up to do then.
We do.
So Charlie, what do we think?
I mean, the gondola was so crazy and they were already flying through the air.
Yeah.
I do feel like I have to give it to that one.
I'm right there with you.
Whew. Now, Ethan, we've come to our worst villain category.
Indeed.
Who just had the worst plan or the worst execution of a plan possible in these episodes? Our nominees are the Spirits of 76, aka the ghosts of Benedict Arnold, William Demont, and Major Andre, as we must call them all by their full names every time they're on screen, who were trying to dig underneath this, not the Smithsonian, but like, you know, basically the Smithsonian, to get to the National Bank and steal money that was not even valid money.
Just awful.
And then our nominee is the Phantom of Milo Booth, who wanted to replace Scooby-Dee with a lookalike dog so that he could make Scooby-Dee do all the movies that he specifically wanted and have her be controlled by him. It's really unclear.
Yeah. I don't think we rated that episode very highly. Either way,
No,
it's a
we did
Scooby-Dumb.
not.
It's a Scooby-Dumb episode as well. I don't want to give anything to that episode at all because of the implications.
That episode is like our worst Scooby-Dumb episode.
I don't think any of the Scooby-Dumb episodes were that good.
Yeah. I'm, again, giving it a worst category feels correct.
It does feel correct, but what I was trying to say was I don't know if it should win anything.
You don't even think it's worthy of worst?
I don't like the incest implications, Charlie.
Well, the worst villain isn't about the incest implications. It's
That's
just
true.
about who's really bad at their job.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The Spirits of 76, they went through with a very convoluted plan to get to something that didn't have any value.
Uh-huh.
At least with the Phantom of Milo Booth, he had an idea of what was going to happen with Scooby-Dee once he got a hold of her.
But he didn't even want to use the actual Scooby-Dee.
No, he didn't. This is the hardest category we had so far.
I feel like we haven't had, like, contenders like this for this category before, because, like,
They're just
we've had
both
more competent
god-awful.
villains.
Yeah.
And he just wants a dog that listens to him, I guess.
I guess.
But also,
I don't know. I'm truly at a standstill.
Yeah, kidnapping a dog or stealing money that's worthless. Which is worse?
I mean, when you put it that way, if we're trying to describe, like, in terms of, like, how severe their punishment would be for committing these crimes, it would be stealing the dog, but, like, they're just going through all this rigmarole for money that doesn't have any value.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sticking to my guns. Spirits of 76, worst villain of the series.
I will give it to you for how fucking stupid they are.
Yeah.
But I think Phantom of Milo Booth is a very close second.
I agree.
Because what was his plan? It doesn't make sense.
I agree. So to kind of wash that taste out of our mouth, let's go to our best villain category, where our nominees were Old Iron Face from The Creepy Case of Old Iron Face and the cat creature from Make a Beeline Away from That Feline. My nominee was the cat creature, personally, and here's why. The cat creature, Daphne's aunt was fully convinced that she was doing these things as the cat creature. Like, she was becoming a were-panther, I guess, and committing these robberies. And she was fully prepared to, like, turn herself in and all that. That's why I wanted to put forth that one in particular. Also, trans mask icon, by the way.
Yeah. Are we saying that Dr. Bell trans mask?
I could be persuaded.
I feel like there's a strong case for it, honestly. And my nominee being Old Iron Face, aka Mama Mione, who was freeing prisoners and then transporting them in her shark torpedoes, was also the only villain whose side we were on.
Yes.
Just to put forth that as evidence for why she is the best villain.
I understand where you're coming from. I don't remember what our justification was for being on her side.
I think our justification was perhaps these people were wrongly imprisoned, and also lesbian icon, we support women's wrongs.
True. Okay. I understand now. Look, I support women's rights. I support women's wrongs. I have to give it to Mama Mione.
Mama Mione.
Old Iron Face herself.
Old Iron Face, you did it. You're the best. We stand. All right, now, we had so many shenanigans this season. Like, so many. But we had 2 episodes with the least amount of shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Both standing at 17.
Mm-hmm.
The Gruesome Game of the Gator Ghoul and Scooby's Chinese Fortune Cookie Caper.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these episodes deserves the crown of least shenanigans?
So because they're tied, allow me to submit a proposal for you.
Is your proposal that we do not give anything to Scooby-Doo?
Yes. Scooby-Doo does not deserve any awards at all, even if it's a worst of.
Ethan, I hate to tell you this, but he's still nominated for at least one more thing.
Oh no.
So Ethan has just figured out something horrible.
I don't like the implications of this.
For you, listeners. But with that in mind, how would you rate these ones now? Which one would you give the crown of?
With the revelation I've just experienced, I'd have to say The Gruesome Game of the Gator Ghoul. I was unfamiliar with Scooby-Doo before we started this show. Charlie told me going in they did not like Scooby-Doo. And I listened, I learned, I understand. With that being said, I don't think in good conscience I can let this category go to any other episode than The Gruesome Game with Gator Ghoul.
I think that one does deserve it as a very underwhelming episode in general, whereas the other one is unliked for different reasons.
Yeah, the other one was just kind of racist, and I don't want to give any awards
I don't really
to racist
to
episodes here, even though one of our awards is going to go to a racist episode no matter what.
Yeah, but let's think about happier things, Ethan. What is our next category? As The Gruesome Game of the Gator Ghoul has won least shenanigans, we go with
We're moving on to most shenanigans. We have 2 nominees. The Ghost Attack the Quarterback and The Curse of Viking Lake. The Ghost Attack the Quarterback has a special place in my heart because it set the record for the most shenanigans we have ever had in a 20-minute episode of Scooby-Doo.
And for that, it just kind of automatically wins.
It does.
But our runner-up is, of course, Curse of Viking Lake. The Ghost That Sacked the Quarterback had 47 shenanigans in one 20-minute episode.
Absolutely insane.
Ridiculous. And the next closest thing was 39. Not even 40. Nothing else broke 40. Rightful place. Beautiful.
As
wonderful.
Just so much physical comedy in that particular episode that just I had to give it all the shenanigans. It needed to happen.
And so many shenanigans within like a few minutes too.
Right.
Now, our worst mystery. Mm-hmm. Not just like, the worst episode, but the worst mystery. It just wasn't engaging, it didn't have a lot of clues. It was too obvious. I believe your nominee was the Diabolical Disc Demon.
It was.
It had one good clue.
Yes.
That was kind of it.
I'm pretty sure they started with that clue and worked backwards to come up with this.
That was pretty good. They had a good idea.
They did.
For the musical notes.
Yeah.
But then it became a little too obvious.
Right.
My nominees are The Headless Horseman of Halloween, which I'll refresh you. It ended up being Elwood Crane, who wanted to steal his aunt's diamond necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And, even before we were like getting the reveal in the episode, he's dressed as the Headless Horseman, and then he decides to use his own head as if, oh yeah, the monster stole his head. Like he left with the necklace, and then he comes back and he's part of the Headless Horseman, and it's like, okay, that's a little too obvious that you're the bad guy.
Right. And then
I think that was like halfway through the episode.
Scooby. Yeah. Was that when Scooby and Shaggy dressed up as the front and back half of a cow?
Yes. The next one is, bum steer for Scooby, where they're dressed up as the cow, and it's just like all of the other ranchers are the bad guys. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like everybody else. That was also one of our lowest rated episodes as well.
Yeah.
Which is why I had to include it here.
Sure.
Because I think we were just bored.
I agree. Okay. Because the Diabolical Disc Demon had one good clue, I think we can eliminate it safely from contention here.
I would agree.
Between the 2 that are left, do you have strong feelings about one or the other?
I don't, which is the sad part.
Oh no.
Which is why they're both the worst.
Right.
We rated a bum steer for Scooby 1.75.
That's pretty low.
Which is like our 4th lowest episode, whereas...
Yeah.
Headless Horseman was 2.75.
Okay.
And I think we only enjoyed that one because we had our lovely friend Tim on for it.
Tim did make it better.
I kind of do want to give it to the Headless Horseman, though, for just halfway through, he just kind of gives up and uses his own head.
Right.
And it's like, wait a second. That only works if plot twist, he's wearing 2 masks.
Right.
You know?
Which has happened.
Which could happen, but it did not happen in that episode.
It did
so,
not.
Headless Horseman of Halloween is the worst mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And now
we have the best mystery. Charlie, your nominee was Vampire Bats and Scaredy Cats, which I found to be a little ironic, given that it's a Scooby-Doo episode.
It is one of my favorite episodes of this series.
And I think my nominee was Make a Beeline Away from That Feline.
Also, another excellent episode.
Yeah, I truly was not expecting that level of writing from this show. It is probably one of my favorite episodes that we've covered for this series. Just in terms of like the twists and turns in the story, you know, Daphne's aunt was fully gaslit into believing that she was actually committing all these crimes.
And I mean, in Vampire Bats and the Scaredy Cats, there was also some mind-controlling mumbo-jumbo where Lisa believed she was a vampire every time she heard a certain sound.
That's true.
I think we just like weird hypnotism.
I guess so. That seems to be the through line here.
But there is one thing that separates these episodes, and that is their ratings.
Yep, indeed. See, Vampire Bats and Scaredy Cats was a 4.5, and Make a Beeline Away from That Feline was a perfect 5 out of 5.
I think I know what got that half point off.
Yeah, probably. We took half a point because Scooby-Doo is there. If
so
he wasn't there,
will agree
it'd be perfect.
that Make a Beeline Away from That Feline is the best mystery.
Indeed.
Now comes my least favorite category of all, which is the worst rated episode of the series. You all know what my pick is for this one. It's the episode I hope to never speak of after today, and it's Mamba Wamba and the Voodoo Hoodoo, because why? Why did we not only, like, culturally appropriate to make the episode, but also within the episode itself? We're trying to make this voodoo chant into a hit pop song. 1, it doesn't make sense, because you didn't do anything with it. And 2, what the fuck?
And I have similar reasoning for my nominee, which is Jeepers, It's the Jaguaro, because none of it makes any goddamn sense. Like, again, racism, which is why we rated as low as we did, and like, you know, appropriating, you know, indigenous culture from Central and South America. Just a lot that wasn't good. But again, I believe it does come down to rating again for this one.
I mean, this is the worst rated, Ethan. This is the worst rated category.
They both are?
They are both.
Oh yeah, they both are. They both have 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
Okay.
Because I don't think we've ever gone lower than a 1.
Yeah.
I think my entire 1 of the rating went to like the funny little frog in the Mamba Wamba episode.
Yeah, I did like the funny little frog. And we liked the monkeys in Jeepers It's the Jaguaro.
Yeah, but I have such a deep burning hatred of the Mamba Wamba episode.
I agree. I'm right there with you. It's not a good time all the way around, so let's just say Mamba Wamba wins and move on.
Yep, best rated. Now, we end on a high note. We're ending with the best episode of the series. We had a few episodes, I believe, that got a 5 out of 5.
There were at least 2.
There's at least 2. I think there's more than 2.
There were 3.
Yeah.
Yep. So our nominees, our nominees for this category are Make a Beeline Away from That Feline, A Menace in Venice, and To Switch a Witch.
Now, I already know Ethan has a high preference for Make a Beeline Away from That Feline. We all know it. We all know he loves that one.
I do.
And I also love that one too. I also rated it a 5 out of 5. But I do also love a good Salem Witch episode. And, you know, that one just has like so many good things. Commits to all the bits.
Indeed.
I would have rated it for good mystery too, because like it's got that whole like Gemini thing going on, and it's so different.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Menace in Venice with our
truly
wonderful
iconic
little guy, the ghostly gondolier, and Mario.
It's a him, Mario.
So, out of these 3 episodes, we have to pick which is the best of the best rated.
I gotta say, Make a Beeline Away from That Feline was an unexpected like for me. But Charlie, you had seen the show before, and you have been hyping up a certain episode for several weeks before we ever covered it.
I had. I'm always hyping up an episode.
And not only that, it delivered on the hype, which I did not expect it to fully do. So because you were correct in hyping this episode up, I think I'm going to go with your nomination of A Menace in Venice.
Whoa! Venice is the winner! That is our best rated episode, and that is our last Scooby Snack Award. Listeners, did you agree with the Scooby Snack Awards? Is there anything that you think deserved a Scooby Snack Award and did not get it?
Please let us know.
You can always send us an email or a message on social media.
Indeed.
Or comment on Spotify.
Yep, we will see it. We don't always see your emails, unfortunately, but we will try to read it if you send it to us.
Absolutely. And we have one more episode before we go on a little break before the next show.
Mm-hmm.
So next time we are going to be covering the first ever Scooby-Doo TV special. Not movie, TV special. Everyone does confuse it, but it's not a full-length movie. It is Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood. Now, Ethan, would you like me to tell you one thing about this movie? I don't recall seeing it in the past 20 years. There's one thing about this movie.
Do tell.
It's a musical.
Yes! Beautiful. I love it. I cannot wait.
Is apparently a musical. And I heard that on someone else's podcast, and I was like, oh, that was not expected. Okay.
Not expected, but nonetheless appreciated.
So we will see y'all when we get to that next time. But for now, we're going to split up and look for clues for our next mystery. Bye.
Bye.
Mysteries the Machine would like to thank its $10 and up patrons, including our meddling kid patron, Polish Lavender. Thank you so much for being a part of our community and our Discord. You can follow this podcast's socials at Mysteries in the Machine Pod on Instagram. You can send a message to our email, mysteriesinthemachinepod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Ethan, on Instagram and Threads at ethan.t.hewlin. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram.
I think I need to add some fake applause or something every time we do an award.
That'd be funny.
It'll be a lot, but I do think it'll be worth it in the long run.
Scooby-Doo